Hi everyone, it's Angela Rhodes, and today I'm going to do a really quick tutorial on how to do pre-recorded videos using PowerPoint. So I'm going to go through a variety of methods that you can use to quickly produce pre-recorded videos that you can then pop up on Blackboard to your students, share with YouTube links, and all of that good jazz. Alright, so let's get started. I've got one PowerPoint slide that I just kind of queued up. I'm going to make another one real quick. Alright, and this is again just to kind of quickly make a couple of slides worth of content. Alright, good enough first. There are these things called transitions, which means that you can sort of animate in between your slides. So I've made a few pre-recorded videos of me reading stories to pretty much my son, and I've shared them with a few friends. And so I've used a transition called, I use page curl. So page curl makes it look like I'm actually turning the page. And so you'll notice that when you apply design a transition slide to something, you'll see that there's a little star here that appears. And then you can either apply the same transition to all slides, so you can do that by, you'll notice I've got the page curl selected, and then there's a apply to all button here on the side. You can also change the duration, meaning how long it takes to actually do the page curl, so you can make that curl, that animation, take either less time or more time based on the duration. And then you can also tell it to either advance on a mouse click, meaning that it will advance only when you tell it to advance, or after a certain amount of time. Usually the advancement of a slide being set on a timer is usually only done if you plan on having this run, let's say at a kiosk, and you just want it to flip through slides on its own. So for the most part, if you're doing a presentation with pre-recorded sound, you're probably going to be doing it on a mouse click. So I can apply to all, and now I have page curl applied to all 3 of my slides. Alright. Now, under slideshow, this is where after you've created your PowerPoints, let's say you've got your narration ready, you know exactly what you're going to say, you can go into record slideshow settings. And you'll notice that there are some options that are checked here. 1 is to play narrations, 2 is to use timings, and 3 is to show media controls. What these all mean, and they are, at least for me, they're checked automatically. What it means is it will play the narrations that you add to the slide when you do the recording. It will use the timings that you set on the slide. And show media controls, I don't really know what that does. That's a good question. Alright. Then for your monitors, you can use presenter view so that you can actually see what the presenter sees as you're going through your recording. You can add subtitles, so if you need to create subtitles, so you can show live captions or subtitles at the bottom, and it will be powered by Microsoft Speech Service. However, if you do plan on uploading to a service like YouTube, YouTube will also automatically add closed captioning to your recordings as well. So either one of those will work for you. Alright, so you can rehearse your timings ahead of time, which means that if you click on this option, you can sort of pre-rehearse. You'll have like a little timer that'll appear, and you can pre-rehearse what everything is going to go through. It works really well. And actually, so I'm using a screen capture right now, and I'm loading this all to YouTube. And I'm not really sure if this is going to show the right screen capture when I hit record slideshow, so we're going to give this a try and just see what happens. And it looks like it's doing it. Okay, so I have 2 monitors, and so on my second monitor it's actually showing my presenter, or like my sort of like the the non-presenter mode. What you're seeing here is presenter mode. You'll see a timer at the bottom. You'll also see if you have notes, they'll appear here at the top. There's settings, you can clear information, and then you've got this big record button up here in the top left. And so there are, you can use markers and highlighters on the screen, so if you end up needing to use other presentation tools, there's a microphone here on the side. If you have video capture, I do not. I prefer to not use a video capture, but that's totally up to you. So there's lots of features once you get into this design mode. And actually, this has changed even within, I don't know, this version of PowerPoint has a lot more options to it than it used to. So I'm actually quite impressed with what you can do with it now. It used to be that you'd have to record it and you would just have to kind of go through the slides in quick succession. So now I can hit the record button and just start talking. So I can say, hit record. It'll give me a little countdown. And now I am recording. You will see that there's a timer that starts at the bottom and it is recording everything that I am currently doing. I'm talking, blah, 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 blah. Then, as soon as you're done talking for the slide, hit the stop key. It has recorded. You'll notice that there's like a little microphone icon down here at the bottom now. It has recorded everything that I just said. Now I can replay it and see what it sounds like, which I'm not going to do because that might create some strange echoes. If I don't like it, I can actually clear the recordings on the current slide and start over again if I need to. And then it's the same thing. Hit the record button, start talking. When you're done, hit the stop key. And then you can replay it to see how it sounds. Now I can use my little arrow key here to forward to my next slide. And again, start recording, start talking. And now I'm going to start talking about my points. So I'm going to use a pen and I'm going to make some narrations. So these kinds of narrations should then apply to my screen as they go. Now I'm going to try this. I'm going to hit the replay and see what it does. And now I'm going to start talking about my points. So I'm going to use a pen and I'm going to make some narrations. So these kinds of narrations should then apply to my screen as they go. All right, rockin'. And hopefully that will show up on the audio as well. And now my final slide, I can hit the record button again. Nice countdown. And these are the final points that I'm going to make, blah, 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 blah. You'll notice that it does display a total time for your entire presentation down at the bottom. Each slide now has narrations recorded, and I'm going to hit the escape key to return to my PowerPoint, sort of like the normal editing view. So now I have 3 slides. Each of them has animations to transist from one slide to the next. I have recordings on each one. Now, I can save this as a PowerPoint, which is all good and fine. However, you can also save it in a number of different ways. So instead of saving this as a PowerPoint, I can actually, let's see, I'll save it to my desktop for now. And so instead of saving it as a PowerPoint presentation, you'll notice there's a ton of options, and hopefully those show up. I don't know if they will. If you come down here, sort of halfway down the options, there's one for an MPEG-4 video. So if I select MPEG-4 video and then save that, this is going to take a while. You'll notice that down here at the bottom, there's a little status bar running. And what this means is it is now converting my presentation into a video. So it's converting it into an MP4 video. So it will take a little bit of time. If it's long, so if your presentation is like half an hour long, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time for this to actually finish and save. So now I have this saved. It's now a video. I could upload this to Blackboard as a video if I wanted to, or if I don't want to upload the video that way, I can also use some other sharing mechanism. So for example, if you use YouTube, let me pop my screen over here. if you use YouTube, if you have a Google account, you can also have a YouTube account. So if you come over here, create yourself a channel, and actually, in terms of doing this fresh on your account, I think you would just have to come to YouTube, make sure you're signed in on your Google Chrome account or sign into your Google account, and then you should be able to create your own channel. And then from here, you can upload. So you can go to YouTube Studio, go to Videos, and then hit Create. And then you can upload a video. Now, I'm just going to select my file from my desktop. There it is. Open it and upload it. When it's done, you'll get these options for the details of the video. And you'll notice that it's kind of processing as I go. Now I can name it whatever I want, give it a description. There's my link to my YouTube video, which means you can then share this link in your Blackboard classrooms. You can add it to a playlist, so if you end up creating playlists, this makes it easy to be able to share a whole suite of videos all at once. And then give it some other specifications, such as uploading subtitles if you have them. If not, it will do it for you. You can select the category, education. You can allow comments or not. And so now it's in the process. Let's see, it looks like it's finished processing. You can add an end screen if you have it. If not, don't worry about it. It is still saving, it's still processing. Now when you publish it, you can decide if you want the visibility to be public, meaning that anyone can search and find and use your video, or you can set it to unlisted, which means that it's only accessible to those that have the link to the video. So a lot of like the pre-recorded videos of me reading my storybooks, those are unlisted. So you'll notice that my video is here. You can actually edit the details of it. You can view the analytics, meaning how many people have actually hit your video, watched it. So for a lot of these other ones, I can take a look at, okay, my most popular video. So I play video games and I upload some of them. So I know my most popular video is this one with 292 views. It's got a couple likes on it. It does pretty well. So you can actually see the analytics. People can leave comments, things like that. And you can always view it so you can test it and see what it looks like. And so that's just one way that you can do it. And again, when you create a PowerPoint with all of these recordings on it, and then as long as you save it as that MP4 setting, you can all of a sudden do a lot more with the video itself. So that's all. I'll sign off for now. Hopefully this was quick and easy. And if you have any questions, you can leave comments below. All right, thank you.